Let's talk about shadow leadership. Ask any parent and they'll tell you kids don't just do what they're told to do. They do whatever they see their parents do. So the test of great parenthood is to make sure whatever their children see matches up with what they hear. The same truth applies to our leadership. We can say what we will. We can teach and preach all sorts of truth. But what will impact people most is what they see when they stand in our shadow. When they're close enough to not only hear our words, but see the way we live our lives. Paul identifies this principle when he writes his first letter to the believers in Thessalonica. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 7. For we know, brothers and sisters, loved by God, that he has chosen you because our gospel came to you, not simply with words, but also with power, with the Holy Spirit and deep conviction. You know how we lived among you for your sake, and you became imitators of us and of the Lord, for you welcomed the message in the midst of severe suffering with the joy given by the Holy Spirit. And so you became a model to all believers in Macedonia and Achaia. Paul is saying the ultimate test of leadership is what people see being worked out in our everyday lives. How we behave when we're not preaching. The words we speak when we're not leading the meeting. The way we treat others when the camera's turned off. The habits we may indulge in when taking time off. All the things people can observe if they could spend time in our shadow. Now that may seem a little daunting, but the good news is people are not expecting perfection. They just desperately want to see authenticity. They need to know the values we teach are the same values we endeavour to live by every day. They will always accept our limitations because we're all works in progress, but they will never embrace hypocrisy or duplicity. And even better news is, as long as we keep imitating Christ, we can be confident we're setting a good example for others to follow. Because it's not about striving, it's about living surrendered to Him and allowing the Holy Spirit to change us and mature us. So remember, the greatest test of leadership are not the words that we speak. The greatest test are the lives we live. Don't live for the crowd who can only hear the words. Live for those close enough to stand in your shadow. Because just like our children, if they stay there long enough, they'll turn out just like us. Not perfect, but fully devoted, completely committed, and getting a little bit better day by day.